Hey.
And so just like that, now you're on. Welcome to Box Talk.
Well,
I'm
thank
your host.
you.
If you couldn't tell, we
Yeah.
have we're clearly related because we're both wearing glasses. So we got the
The
same
dead
eyes.
giveaway.
Yeah. So okay. It's weird interviewing my sister, but here we go. So
All right.
you started a company. Um, Tell me about that. Why did you start this company?
So I had this idea for a DIY craft business. Started back in 2015 when I actually paint or taught painting classes at Painting with a Twist. And Painting with a Twist is like a paint and sip company where you go in, somebody teaches you how to paint a painting, you paint the painting and you go home, but they specialize in just paintings. And I was like, how cool would it be if you had a place, or in the my ended up business model was to do it kind of in your own home, but what if you could pick whatever you wanted to do and you could have all your materials and instructions so you could create something new that you've never made before, and it wasn't just paintings. So that kind of is where the idea came from for me. And after sitting on the idea for almost 10 years, I had a cousin on my husband's side reach out to me trying to start her business of copywriting for websites. So she's like, let's
Mm,
get your business started. And I'm also a personal trainer, not an active personal trainer anymore, but I'm also still a certified personal trainer. She was like, we're going to do your training business. And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool, but I kind of really want to do this art thing that I've been talking about doing, this DIY craft business.
yeah.
So she kind of helped me figure out the steps I needed to take to go about starting this whole
Mm,
thing. So lots of product development and research and market research. And I even called the small business district locally here in Missoula and had them help me set up an EIN number and get all the
oh,
legit
nice.
side of it
Yeah.
going. Yeah, so I feel kind of cool that it's all like on the books and like it's official,
Yeah.
you
That's
know?
you're
So
like a real company. You're not just like selling stuff out of the back house.
I know now I got to do the taxes for it too. So
And so like the small business like office or whatever is what helped you figure out all the legal nonsense with that?
yeah, we did a Zoom call and he shared his screen so I could go to the state of Montana to register my business and then went to the Secretary of State, I think. No, that was the small business for Montana. But then we also went to the IRS website to set up my EIN number.
Mm,
So he helped like walk me through that and he's like, okay, now you need to pay your $20 and it's your business. And I'm like, that's it? He's like, yeah, it's super easy,
that's
and then put me in
crazy.
touch with an accounting company so I can file my taxes and that kind of stuff. But yeah, just walked me through it. And I was like, I would have never figured this out on my own. And to
Yeah.
have that available, and it was for free. So to have that available to talk to somebody and have them kind of like walk you through what steps you have to do next, that was really cool.
Yeah. Like how did you find that? Like did you just look up like local resources for starting a business?
Yeah, I was just trying to find some help, and my cousin was sending me some different articles about things, and I was like, I wonder if we've got anything here. And
Hmm.
stumbled upon it one day and I was like, I'm calling them. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I need some help. And that's one thing about me that I kind of pride myself on is if I don't know how to do something, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Whether it's asking for help or doing the research myself, like I will keep digging until I find a way to make whatever it is I want happen. And that's kind of how my business came to fruition, was just searching and searching and figuring it all out and just going for it.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, like what's it called? What do you do? How do people find you?
Oh, yes, good question. My business is Yes, You Can Craft. That's it. Just Yes, You Can Craft. I'm on Instagram at Yes, You Can Craft. My website, yesyoucancraft.com. I sell do it yourself craft kits that include all necessary materials that you need to create the kit. So one of my kits that I have is a soap making kit,
Mm,
and it's got your soap base and your soap molds, a little spritz bottle with some rubbing alcohol, your coloring, your fragrance. One kit's got honey and oats in it that you can mix into your soap for some exfoliation. But the things I don't include are kind of like a measuring cup because everybody's got a measuring cup at their
yeah,
house, you know? And I didn't want to duplicate that kind of stuff and just create
yeah,
clutter in people's lives. So if it was something that is a pretty standard household item, I don't include that in the kit because you're probably going to have it and you just don't need more stuff laying
yeah,
around. So I tried to design my kits to be practical and functional. So you don't end up with just clutter, you know? So your soap making kit, you're going to make the soap and you're going to use it. And the other kit I've got available right now is a tile mosaic coaster making kit.
okay,
So you get all the little tiles and the patterns so you can lay it out, glue your tiles on, grout it, learn how to figure that out with the grout, and then wiping off your tiles and getting your coaster all set so then you can use it, which is pretty cool. I've got one in my office
yeah. And
at
like
work.
the nice thing with that too is if your kit includes like here's how you do the thing, somebody can do it once and be like, oh, I really like making mosaic coasters, and then suddenly they can go to their Meyer or Hobby Lobby or Michaels or whatever and buy that same stuff. Like you're not just giving the horse water, like here, drink. You're like leading it to the water to figure out how to, or whatever that saying is. Teach a man how to
Yeah.
fish and he'll eat for life. That's it. Um,
Yeah.
which is cool. And so you've got the coaster, you've got soap. I know
Yep.
we got those like sugar scrub things.
Yes. Yes. I am perfecting my recipe now on the sugar scrub recipe because I aim to beginners. So somebody who has no skills whatsoever can pick up a kit and the instructions are detailed and simple enough that you can easily create it and be successful when you do it. And my sugar scrubs, I keep having one issue where like they get kind of hard after your first use. So
Mm,
I've been tweaking the recipe to make sure that it doesn't happen and that doesn't do that because the last thing I want is one of my customers to be frustrated after they make something and be like, well, it was great and fun, but then it got
yeah,
really hard and I didn't use it for a week and then I just had to throw it out. So it was kind of a waste, you
yeah,
know? So that's part of the product testing. So sugar scrubs are close and I think I know which recipe I want to use for the kits. I like a scent combination of rose lang lang, which is another like floral scent, and then geranium. Yeah, it smells really good. I know. All the girly stuff, right? But I like it, so we're
right,
gonna go with it. But with
yeah,
all my kits, I do offer a couple variations. So if you're like, you know what, I just don't like rose, I really want lavender.
yeah.
Well, I got you. There'll probably be a
Lavender
lavender
and
one too.
eucalyptus or whatever.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll have kind of like the same theme, but then different varieties of it, just so, if you're like, I want to make a coaster, but I don't want to make that pink one you've got on there. Like
Mm,
there's a pretty cool blue one with black grout that looks sick. So you could just pick whichever one appeals to you
yeah.
most.
That's cool. That's smart. Like I love that you're not just here's the ingredients, make the thing. Like you're doing it and refining the process so that your customers have a great experience. Because too often it feels like, yeah, we gave you all the things. I don't know why it didn't work out. And like there's just no accountability for the final product. It's just like, we sold you the kit, so we got our money. Who cares? So
Right.
it's like super. It's a nice personal touch, and like Vaughn said, like his daughter bounces from craft to craft. So like this could be the perfect way for somebody to try something different to be like, oh, do I like making soaps? Like, is that something I could get into? Do I like the mosaic tiling? Because it's not
Yeah.
just coasters that you could do the mosaic tiling on.
No,
Like you could make the
you could.
garden stones and all
Yes.
sorts of stuff.
Huge tables, I mean, it could just be a gateway to be like, I really like this as a hobby, so I want to now like go all in with it and now buy all these materials.
Yeah.
But I aimed the kits so you didn't have to spend so much money to make one craft. And then you've got all these leftover materials that you're like, well, I didn't really like doing that. So now I've got 2 pounds of grout that I'm never going to use. And I've got, 3,000 mosaic tiles that I don't know what I'm going to do
Yeah.
with, So that way, yeah, you can kind of test it out without having to spend a whole bunch of money to get all the supplies. You've got enough to make what you want to make once, and then if you like it more, come get another kit and try something else,
Yeah.
or go do some research and find what supplies you want to use and start refining your own craft from there.
Yeah. I love that Chris called you a craft dealer. Like now I'm just imagining you with like a trench coat or something in the parking lot at like Missoula State, like, hey kid, I got some crafts. Come here. You want to make a mosaic coaster? Ah, I got the goods. But it's
Just pop
all
open the trunk.
yeah, like two thumps on the trunk, it pops open.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We got the sugar scrubs, we got the soaps, we got the oats. I don't know why you have a weird accent, or even what that accent is. Apparently, that's my drug
No
dealer.
idea.
Oh man. So I need a gram of wiggly eye. Oh my god. I would love to put. Okay, so quick side note about like googly eyes. So we've got a friend. There's a crew of us that we're all managers together at Kings Island, and we get together every like major holiday. We have an after Christmas party in January. We have a post Halloween party in November. We hide Easter eggs usually in June. And so, like, we always have the Christmas party at our friend Tracy's house, and it started with one of our friends hiding like real lemons. She had a dozen lemons in her house, like all over the house, and Tracy only found 11 of them until like 10 months later, when one of our friends was over at her house, and he's like 6'4", and he was like, Tracy, you got a lemon like on top of your lights in your bathroom, right? And she was like, oh my god, and it was like shriveled and stuff. So that started us hiding things in her house every Christmas party. And so we've hidden rubber duckies, like the regular size ones. We've hidden itty bitty little tiny ducks, like smaller than my D20. And like we hid 200 of them in her house, and she's still finding those. That was 2 years ago. And then this past year, we found like it's like a ring, but it's on either side is the eyes. And so it's basically you can hook it onto things, and then suddenly, like your coat rack, right? Instead of hanging like this with just the bar, we put eyes on it. So now it's a coat rack with a mustache. And we like snapped them onto everything we could find. Anyway, that's wiggly eyes, googly eyes, snapping, hiding.
I like it.
What's unrelated to your crafting? Yes, you can craft.com. What music are you currently listening to? Are you finding like what do you listen to when you're at the gym working out? Are you like listening to like EDM house techno stuff? Are you listening to scream death metal like Britney Spears? I don't know your life. What what are you listening to?
I do like some techno, but I usually listen to whatever's on at the gym.
Mm,
And the other day I was doing a leg day and the Yeah Yeah Yeahs came on, Heads Will Roll,
yeah,
and that had such a good beat for what I was doing with these squats. Like I was like bobbing and like doing my squats to the beat of the music. So that kind of got me into it and I added it on my Spotify playlist. I was like, I need this on here.
yeah,
Like this is way too good. But yeah, it's kind of just a mix still of a lot of things, I guess. I still like my oldies,
sure.
like 60s and 50s music, and I work now with a guy who turns on music every day at work,
It's the only
and
way to work.
like Friday he did what's that?
It's the only way to work. Like how do you just sit in silence? Like
Have to have music. I know. Well, we had until he came back. He was traveling my first 2 weeks there, and now there's music every day. So Friday he did a Hawaiian theme day of music, and then he did do my oldies on
Okay,
Monday. And yesterday I requested a ska day, so he did ska all day yesterday
it's
at
my kind of
work,
day.
which was
I
pretty awesome. Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, like half the office was singing along to all the songs, so
That's so good.
yeah. So I guess probably ska is the most of what I've been listening to lately.
It's great. I wish I had a ska record queued up over here, but I still have Tiger Army. Like once I got that vinyl in, I just was like, this is my life. I'm just listening to it nonstop. So, and that's
We
okay.
saw them.
Yeah, right. Like we saw them in Montana, and I saw them here in Cincinnati. Same year, same concert. Um, because they're that good. I fucking love that band. Um, but they're not doing any stuff in 2025 together. And like Nick 13, the singer slash guitarist, is doing solo stuff. Like he's gonna put out his third solo record this year. But
Mhm.
uh, I think that's it for this year. And there was nothing about any new music. And like at this point, Retrowave came out 3 years ago, and so that follows their like trend of every 5 years. So I'm hoping next year they put out an album and then they go on tour again, and I'll see him in Cincy, and then I'll fly out and see him again in Montana. So
Yeah, you better.
any reason is a good reason to go to Montana.
Oh, yeah, it's been a
Um,
couple
yeah,
years. You're due.
it was since we saw Tiger Army
Yeah.
together with the Interrupters and Flogging
Yes.
Molly.
Yes.
In an amphitheater with like mountains as the backdrop. Oh, it was great. It was the best. The Kettle House Amphitheater, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Nailed it. Look up pictures if you want to be jealous of a place that I saw a really awesome concert at. Um, do you know Emma? I'm assuming you do because
I
she's got the
do.
underscore Montana. Um, Hi,
Yes.
Emma.
She competed in the Big Sky Missoula bodybuilding competition with me.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, 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 cool.
Yeah. She
Welcome.
lives in Bozeman.
Nice. Scott A. High school lets out early as a horn section descends upon their sleepy town. Yo, that would be a fun like music series of taking different genres and like having them just like invade small towns and either convert the town people into also ska fans, or like just getting them out of the town, and then you have ska town and you've got like hardcore town and you've got reggae town, and all that could be there's something there. There's something there, Vaughn. Anyway, those are the things. That's it. I love that
That's
we're
the things.
siblings and it's 2025 and we're both doing our DIY best lives. So that's fun because I'm like, oh, I just
Yeah.
have to get close to 40 to start doing the things that I actually want to do. Um, but like,
Me too.
I think it's something to be said about like, it must have been how we were raised of like, if there's something that you want to do or you want to see or whatever, like just do the thing and keep working and don't let somebody tell you no, because like do it anyway. Who's you,
Yes.
who's gonna stop you? So yes, you can craft.com. Correct, Vaughn.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. This is my logo, if you can
yeah,
see
I
that.
see. I should have thought ahead
It's
and
what
had.
is my picture on
Yeah,
everything. And there's Christopher's.
that's right.
Same water bottle, same spot.
All it's just DIY stuff. It's all
It's all
yeah.
there.
Yeah, or the orange and the teal and the pink. Now, did you
Yep.
do like I did, where you were just like, I just love these colors, so like those are my colors? Or was there market research that says that those three colors together triggers wanting to make crafts?
There
Yeah.
was a little market research actually.
What?
Orange. Yes, orange. I was looking up what colors and what they mean, and the orange was kind of like a, I don't know, empowering color
Okay.
where you felt creative when you saw orange. So I was like, well, I'm definitely doing some orange.
Yeah.
And then the blue was like kind of a calming kind of meaning,
Very
I don't know,
zen.
kind of stereotypical of what you'd think. And then the pink is just my favorite color,
Okay.
so it needed another color in there. So the pink's just because it's my favorite, but the orange is, I love this orange.
Yeah.
I eat butternut squash every day, and this is the color of butternut squash, so I think it's a little ironic the color I picked with the orange, but yeah, it worked.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have mom was just telling me she keeps putting your stickers and business cards like everywhere. Um and
Yes.
I was like, I have a whole bag of them that came in the Christmas box. So I gotta get those to her.
I know we were out at lunch on Saturday and they had a whole little table with business cards and we were waiting for a table and I like reach in my purse and I'm like, chink.
Don't
Yeah,
mind if I do.
I know.
Yeah.
It's going up there too.
Yeah, I gotta repurpose so I bought a banner, like a 3 foot by 2 foot banner when I was still doing weddings, and like with my info and all the things, and because I thought I was going to get a free table at Bridorama to like sign up a ton of brides to like have me officiate their weddings. And then the owner totally ghosted me, and I spent all this money on this banner and have never used it.
That's just
But in the spirit of punk, I'm like, I want to find somebody that is a graffiti artist to graffiti the back half of the backside of it into something for the show so that I can A, repurpose it because that's the punk way, and B, oh, hey, bubble. I guess I gave a thumbs up. So it,
that's
uh,
cool. I'm gonna try it.
no, yeah, no, see,
No,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
working.
All right.
That's cool.
There's another one where if you look shocked or something, it sends off fireworks. But I've never been able to recreate it. Like it happened. Yeah, now you're gonna do it like anytime you're FaceTime with somebody, like, oh my gosh, and it's not gonna work, and you're gonna look cool.
I know.
But yeah, I want to find a graffiti artist to do something on the backside of it, and then maybe hang it over here and like shift those down so that I have the logo always
Yes.
in the background. Because I just, you gotta brand everything needs to be branded all the time. So
Yes.
and with yours, as Vaughn says, this logo inspires me to bedazzle my couch covers. I don't know that you want to sit on a couch cover that's been bedazzled, Vaughn, and if you do, maybe there's a separate conversation we need to be having. So
I can set you up with a kit for it.
shameless, just shameless. I love it. We got to be shameless. So, well, cool. This was a fun change of pace for a box talk. To get to talk to a business owner slash my sister. Very personalized, which is great. And if you get a bedazzling couch cover kit, I'll connect you and Vaughn, and you can
Yeah.
sell it to him, and you can couch, love seat, recliner,
The
uh,
whole kit.
patio
Yeah.
table, whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
all of the
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. It'll be early 90s all over with a bedazzle gun and
Yeah,
everything.
and like Lisa Frank with the unicorns and
Yes.
nonsense,
Yeah.
butterflies, but only if the butterflies look like the ones that I got from Lori's books that
Those are
all
cool.
death, because those are so rad. So cool. I don't
Well,
know how
thank
to
you for
end.
having me
Yeah,
on. That was so fun. I've been looking forward to it.
great. Yeah, this is like I was thinking about it. I think I was thinking about it yesterday, but I procrastinate, and so like 3 hours ago, I was like, "Hey, what are you doing in like 3 hours? You want to, I don't know, come on the show?" So hopefully, this is the first of several where I just
That'd be
feature
cool.
people that are doing their own thing,
I like
because
it.
like that's the core of what I'm doing is just DIY, baby. So especially with like the billionaire corporations taking over everything, like the less support we can give them and the more we can give it to the independents and small businesses and stuff, the better we'll be. So see, I don't know why it didn't do the thing there.
I know.
Come
I
on,
know.
Apple. I'm gonna have to look it up. I keep meaning to every time it pops up and then I forget.
Yeah.
Um, but I text me if I forget and I'll look it up and figure it out. There will be so many gestures on the next episode, which is coming
Yes.
Sunday. I have no idea what time. I don't have anything in front of me written down of anything, but I know it's Artie Murphy. So come Sunday, hang out live as I chat with Artie Murphy about his book, about his art, and the super badass Marvel print that I unboxed a couple weeks ago, right here on Box Talk. So, yeah, we'll just wrap it. We'll just wrap it here. So thanks for hanging out, all the people, and joining in. I
Yes,
saw
thank you.
several people that I don't normally see popping in, and of course, like mad love to Vaughn and to Chris and to all of the regulars here. Dwayne Smalls, I guess you get one. D. Spread, Daniel, thanks for hanging out. I'm going back through and cheating. Graphic novel apostle. See, I don't know your actual name, but thank you for hanging out and sounding off. And of course, Yancey, see, you're the collector. And Ian and Jay, if you came back, if you didn't, well, you're dead to me. But thanks for hanging
So
out and
mean.
popping in. And Emma, all the way from Montana. I say that, but like I'm in Ohio, she's in Montana. So, yesyoucancraft.com. We're right here on Instagram at yesyoucancraft. It's simple. We, as a family, keep things simple and keep things independent and DIY. So go do what's good for you, punks. Read some indie comics. I'm going to end it here, and Jillian, I'll text you later.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right. Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye.